Life before Vulcan scales. Chains on axles. When the spring's suspended so far a chain would hit. You had your old oil scales where you set them. If it was cool in the morning, they would be different than they were in the afternoon. You get close, you go back and beat the door on the box to make sure the needle's in the right place. And then you were just guessing on numbers and hoping you were close. And with the technology and everything with the electronics, they're foolproof. You know where you're at and you know what you got every time.
Not only do we do a lot of different types of trucks, we have multiple ways to scale the same type of truck. Depending upon the user's needs. Bottom line is more dollars in the hauler's pocket at the end of the day.
The custom solutions that now have become standards in many cases across industry and across truck types.
The first graph represents quite a few hauls on a logging truck without scales. So underweight loads, he's making unnecessary trips. Overweight loads, he's hard on the equipment and has potential safety issues. There's a dramatic improvement in the weights. And so it's easy to see that most of his trips are very close to his target, what he's trying to load to.
Keeping within the weight limits reduces tire wear, brake wear, and transmission problems, which not only reduces maintenance costs, it also makes it much simpler for the companies when they have true warranty issues to get them covered by a manufacturer.
You get a couple $200, $300 overload tickets. Now you got the Department of Transportation looking at you, and your time when you are in a yard loading. All them factors together come up, and it's a pretty good payoff in the short term.
Some companies actually budget in thousands and thousands of dollars a year just to pay fines.
If you are overloaded, you're automatically going to accept blame for your accident and for what has just happened.
We have people that have put scales on their trucks. Just by showing that they proactively put scales on their trucks puts them in a much better legal position.
You got to be right there every time because you can't afford not to be accurate with what you're doing.
Right now in our company we have something in excess of 400 man-years experience from people on the front lines dealing with either design, fabrication, production, and support of the system. A very high level of employee commitment to the Vulcan product line.
They're willing to build anything for anybody. What I would say to anybody who's looking at buying a Vulcan scale is it's worth the investment, it's worth the time to put it in. And the return is going to be very, very good for your bottom line.
But in some cases it's astronomical how fast they can pay for themselves.